something that scares me. I love to think about it though. Have you ever considered this? Like, so you've got MK Ultra, Project Monarch, all the mind control stuff you're talking about. Have you ever considered, have you ever wondered if maybe you, right now, are in a hypnotic state in a government experiment that has given you a sense of being you? The reincarnation cycle is just designed to like gradually break you down. Like the idea is that you right now, not me by the way, I mean literally you, are
just me and no one else?
Yeah, you are in, well, yeah, because like you don't know that I'm real. I could be some hallucination, or I could just be someone sitting like next to you.
Did you ever read The Breakfast of Champions?
I never read it.
Where the guy realizes he's a character in a Kurt Vonnegut book?
Okay, yeah, that's it. Have you ever thought about that? Like maybe you are actually in a facility?
That's the thing. I don't ponder if God is real because I don't know if I am. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I look at God as an author, okay, it's like a combination of, this is an imperfect analogy. But do you understand?
Yeah.
Like an author.
Yeah.
So, dimensionally speaking, like you do a DMT and look at this, they want attention, whatever the entities, they want your attention. Why? Because they don't fucking exist unless you're looking at them, and they know it. So people, no one's mad about when they found out the NSA spies on us. Like no one is really that mad. A few people, but nobody really. Maybe make a few jokes about it, move on.
Yeah.
Why? Well, it used to be, and when people would say bad things about God, they're like, oh, there's a spy, Christopher Hitchens. It's North Korea all day. They're being spied on.
Yeah.
And I think what the point being missed here, which and at the time I agreed with him, but I don't agree with him now. The way an atom isn't there till you look at it, right? There's probabilities of where it is until you look at it. And
yeah, sure. The double slit experiment.
Okay. So that you could scale that all the way the fuck up. So people feel like they don't exist if they're not being watched.
Right.
And it used to be you thought God was watching you everywhere, but now a lot of people don't have that. So what do they have instead of that? They have technology, right? Twitter, Instagram.
Ugh, that's so fucked up.
And now we created a techno spy god where
cyber god.
Yeah, and you can lie to the other idiots on the cyber god thing. I mean, the cyber god knows what you really did, but you could you're given this power to be like, I'm having a great time in Dubai. Meanwhile, like Arabs and camels are shitting on you.
Yeah, right.
You know? But they're like, oh, I'm glamorous and I'm in Dubai. People are catching on to it faster than ever. But these scams aren't working. You know, the invention of medicine and poisons. Humans are the medium. They're a medium for it. So it's snake venom into your body, and your body processes it. And then they take your fluids, and the medicine's made from your body reacting with the venom. That's a dialectic, right?
Right.
The Phoenicians and Medea and all that.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from. The reason they would use kids was because they don't have the hormones in them yet. But they use every part of the buffalo, these motherfuckers. They always have. So snake venom antidote now, they do it through cows. They poison the cow or something,
yeah.
You know? But the origin of medicine, that's the snake thing, is this Phoenician practice of poisoning people and then harvesting their fluids. Sounds like adrenochrome a little bit, don't it? But it's not just, don't get hung up on something like that. They use every part of the buffalo. And so, so this pharmakia, which is a kind of ancient sorcery, is based on this, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, and so the combination of using drugs and patterns, because you'll see in science, they'll be like, oh, humans are pattern-recognizing creatures, and that's all it is. What do you mean all? You just told me the reality is a hologram. So that means that's all there is me seeing a pattern is breathing life into it because I got a spark of God that some discarnate entity no longer has.
The sigil magic. This is the whole basis of what sigil magic comes from.
Right.
Can you pull up the Starbucks logo, Josh?
Yeah, right.
Like, this is the idea, like, you know, hidden in plain sight. This is why so many corporations...
So my buddy, I only talked to him once on the phone, but I like this guy Nathan Reynolds that you should watch. He's a hardcore Jesus freak now, but he was in a generational... And dude, when I say the old religion, I mean the shit, they had a patron spirit. All these, if you read, like, Rudolph, I listen to it, I don't read, but like Rudolf Steiner and like all these people, they'll talk about principalities and shit. All the lands.
Powers and principalities.
America's the land of the plumed serpent. That's what the name means. Amerigo Vespucci, he changed his name. They didn't name America after him. He named himself after this. Amaru.
Oh.
So this is like a land of the... That's who's the God is in charge of America. It ain't Jesus.
Plumed serpent?
Yeah, and here's an interesting idea that I hadn't heard. I don't know if it's sure. There's an unrelated Bible scholarship thing, but when I was in down south, they thought snakes used to have legs because God says you'll crawl on your belly.
Yeah.
But I'm watching this guy. I can't remember the guy's name. Doctor of the scholarship. He goes, no, it wasn't that the snake had legs. The snake had wings. It lost its wings.
Whoa.
Never considered that idea.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's the reality of it, but that's not all I'm looking for. I want to hear something I never fucking heard before. That's all. Because I've already been indoctrinated many times in many things, and because I'm a slacker and the other poisons or whatever give you ADHD, I love learning and I remember shit because I get excited to learn it. I hate being indoctrinated. I go right to sleep. So the boredom you're talking about, feeling in a church, that's how I know I'm being fed on. And how am I being fed on? They're using that positive feeling of your genuine, sincere spirit of wanting to do good, okay? And they're focusing your attention on something that they want you to think about as reality to make it reality. So it's just taking a bunch of computers and hooking them up to make whatever matrix you want. And that's what the boredom is the draining feeling of being indoctrinated, much the way school felt.
I don't think so. You know what I think the boredom is?
What?
You know what I think boredom is in general?
What?
Suffering. I think whenever you get in a,
same difference.
But when
you're being
things
fed
get,
on.
no, I think you're experiencing your like fundamental human suffering when you get in a situation where you're not being distracted by the normal array of distractions that people experience every day. You get in a quiet place, you feel bored, and that boredom is you're feeling.
Okay, I don't feel bored in a quiet place. I feel bored when I'm being indoctrinated in school or church. And it's something I already got. I don't need you to repeat it to me. I'm not trying to be hypnotized. That's what you do.
Do you meditate?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm afraid. Let me tell you something.
It's a good way to feel bored.
Yeah. Well, it's it's the only way I guess you can learn to astral project. Am I right? But the thing is, once you get out of your car, like I said, I think of these things the way I think of an internet scam, and the thing of like, hey, your body's terrible and that's suffering. You don't want that old body. Well, you learn how to fly free, and now you're out of it. And now some that don't have a body that was telling you it's bad to have a body, they're going to use your body. Wait, is it good to have a body? All right, it's mine now.
Like
the Dalai Lama is that's what they do a kid. Dalai Lama. They find a child, they look through his genealogy, that's DNA, right? Because the same with all this, they're looking for people that can dissociate. Dissociate is any of your bourgeois friends where they go, oh my God, he said that, and I left my body. You know, like because I'm so cringy, they left their body.
Yeah.
You ever hear that saying?
Of course.
So these are people that are trained for success when they say that. That's a psychological little indicator. You leave your body, oh, they go somewhere to a happy place while reality happens to them. They check the fuck out.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So the people that are the best at that, that's who we pick to be our leaders. Because we want you to check the fuck out. And then we want to pour something else into you. Maybe it's one of these, hey, maybe it's this bitch with the 2 fish legs. You understand? Because she controls this area or whatever. They have principalities and lines drawn up. They're all aware of them.
They call them local gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like every area has like a local god. But the Dalai Lama, come on! The Dalai Lama is the sweetest guy ever.
It was pretty sweet how he sucked that boy's tongue.
Okay, but
I thought he was transferring his soul to the next Dalai Lama.
You know that whole tongue sucking thing is based on like.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a weird thing he did. No, I looked into it. No, I looked into it. It don't matter because the very idea. Let's say that's real. He's the spirit. They've had the same leader for 700 years.
Okay, wait. Let me stop you real quick.
The same leader has been body jumping.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you.
Yeah.
You have offended all religions except.
Who gives a shit?
Wait, hold on. Wait. What about Taoism? What's your critique of Taoism?
It's just more Freemason bullshit.
Okay,
it's all,
Islam.
Dude, I owe Islam an apology. Remember we used to laugh at them because, oh, you drew the prophets, and now you're gonna lose your mind and kill, and then you can't even say women don't have dicks in this country, right? They don't have that problem in Islam. They know which one has what hole and pole. They know
what's
that.
your critique of Islam?
What? It's this. They're all the same fucking thing.
So all religions you're sort of opposed to.
Look, here's what I'm into. Okay, I'm into the truth and whoever the actual creator is, the original creator, not whoever like Disney took over Star Wars, and they suck because that's what reality. I used to joke like, did God sell us to Disney because he got sick of us, and now Disney's making revisions?
Okay,
but that's a metaphor for something that probably is very likely. But the main author, there's a point to this shit. It's not nothingness. He's not. I don't think the idea that they believe in something called Ein Sof, or the absolute, or
Yeah.
a thing where it's an unknown. You could never know God. He has to emanate into different.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I understand that idea of the ambassador. It's like if you're middle class, but you understand how classy people work, but also how poor people work, you could become a. It's almost like you're an emanation as a bridge.
Yeah,
to,
sure.
Okay, so I get that concept.
Yeah.
But how can I put this? What was your original question? Because I got all.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
What if you had to summarize this truth that you're talking about? You're saying
So
like
okay, it's so simple.
Okay.
Just tell the truth all the fucking time.
Okay.
How about that?
Love it.
Okay, so that's your whole. You don't have to kill nobody. Okay, unless like something happened, we have to. But I'm saying, just what can you do to change it? Stop being a fucking punk.
So
I just want to keep my head down and keep my job.
yeah.
I just don't want to go in America, and you look down on other countries as dictatorships, and you're afraid to say basic shit you
Right.
think.
Right. So tell the truth and forgive people. Is that part of it too? Like,
Yeah.
so to tell the truth and
So
forgive.
why would you look? Here's a great example. Patton Oswalt, who I always liked. Okay, who I think is a really funny fucking.
Very
dude.
funny comic.
He did the most shameful thing when he had to apologize for having a picture taken with his friend Dave Chappelle.
That was weird.
And he had to have a picture taken of himself writing the apology with a feather pen. He didn't have a feather pen, but it was like that.
It was weird.
Well, it's his wife, who's a ex-Hollywood teen actress from the Corey Haim and Feldman days.
Is this the new wife?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull up Patton Oswalt apology letter?
I don't think Patton
Picture.
killed his wife or any of that dumb shit, by the way.
No,
I don't
me
believe
either.
that for 2 fucking seconds. That guy was devastated.
No, it's
And
so
he's
sad.
alone with a daughter. He loves his daughter
Fucking
very,
horrible.
very much. He loves his daughter very much. And what was explained to me by somebody who worked with him was, yeah, he's going to cave in because he wants his daughter to be able to get ahead in whatever, like if she wants to be a writer or something. So he's not, it's all about his daughter now, okay? So that's why he'd be a punk like that. It's because of his daughter. And I said, wouldn't you want, since you're already rich, wouldn't you want your daughter to see there's a level where you say, no, fuck you, authority. You don't want your daughter to know she can, especially a girl. You don't want a woman, especially a woman, with the way predatory, you're in showbiz, dude. You just said Me Too was a thing. You just got done telling me Me Too was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Except when we talk about Tim Waltz and then it turns into Shut Up Bitch really quick, magically. Or we talk about someone we don't, Biden was Me Too. Oh, shut up, bitch.
Dude,